You just click on run SQL command. Okay, online if you are using, use it. Parallelly download the software. So now you need to connect to the database. Directly you cannot. Okay, for that you have to give the connect command here. Okay, if you type connect command, so it will ask for the username. So username is system, even for your system also, username is system, and password whatever you have set, you need to give that. Okay, it won't display here. Okay, can you see here connected system? Username is system for everyone. If you are installing Oracle software, username is system, and password it depends on you what you have given while installing. Okay, after that you have to connect to the database using connect command. What are you doing? What are you doing? Connected. And then start with the first program, LAB program. Create table. What you have to do now? I think many of you are connected to online cloud. I'll just show you what you have to type and execute. Yes, you understood this problem? What is the problem they have given? They have given the library database. Okay, when they tell library database, it requires set of tables to be created to maintain the data. What are the tables? Book, okay, book authors, publishers, book copies, book lending, library, branch. See, they have given everything, even yes. Stop your whatever you are doing, just stop it. Listen here. Okay, so they have given the attributes also. Thing is, what you have to do in the exam, they will give only this is the question they will give. Okay, what is your duty? Learners, listen here. Kavana, 1 minute. What you have to do? They'll give only this question in the exam. First thing is you have to write this ER diagram. I think ER diagram is already explained. Is it explained? Okay, entities, attributes. If you take book as an entity, these are the attributes. For each entity, there will be a primary key. Okay, that primary key will just put an underline to indicate it is a primary key of this table. Okay, and also you just refer all the entities where there are set of attributes and also there is a primary key. And if you are able to write this schema diagram, okay, and is it sir has explained all these things, MN, cardinality ratios, explained? Okay. So now you should be able to write the schema diagram. If you know this schema diagram and syntax of create table, insert record, then it is easy to create the table. Okay. So always first write the schema diagram. Okay. So where book indicates the table name. Okay. For that the attributes are book ID, title, publication year, publisher name. So this is the primary key. Can you see whichever the attribute with the underline indicates primary key of this table? Why primary key is required? Why primary key? Why you are making book ID is the primary key? To identify the books unique. Okay, unique books can be identified with the book ID. So how you have USN to identify each student? Similarly for book ID. Okay, and also you can see what is this indicates publisher name. They have not given publisher name in the question. Can you see? It is there, but it is not part of book table. So it belongs to table called publisher, and this name you are referring it as a foreign key in this table. Okay. So when you are using referential integrity constraint, what are the conditions you should remember? Example, I have two tables, book, okay, and publisher. So in publisher, I have three attributes: name of the publisher, phone number, and address. So I made publisher name as the primary key. Okay. Now the same attribute I am referring in the book table. So what is their publisher name? It is acting as a foreign key. Okay. So whenever if you are using this integrity constraint, so what are the important things you need to follow when you are inserting or deleting the records? When you are inserting the records, you are going to do no insert operation. So whatever the publisher names you have given here, only those publisher names you need to consider when you are inserting records to this book table. If you are trying to insert some other name that is not there in the publisher name, it won't accept. You will get an error. Okay, referential integrity constraint violated. It's okay. You just try such records. You will come to know what is the use of this primary key and foreign key. And one more thing. So here, which is parent and which is child table according to just this attribute. So this becomes the parent table and this becomes the child table. So now whenever if you want to delete any records from the publisher table, so can you delete it directly? Why? Maybe some of the publisher name it is referred here. Okay, you cannot directly delete from the parent in case if it is referred in the child table. Okay, if it is not referred, then you can delete directly from the parent table. Okay, so you just start doing, you will come to know all those things. That is some important point you need to remember when you are inserting the records.
Our actions are there. Good morning. So these formats are there.
It's that side.
Okay. Are there any issues? Thank you.
Is it clear? What is the important thing you need to remember? Whenever if you mention a particular attribute as a primary key and that is referred in the other table as a foreign key. Okay, why inserting in the other table, that is in the child table, you need to be very careful that the same name, whatever you have given for the primary key, the same name you have to refer in the child table. Okay, if you are trying with other values, the table won't no need to worry. Then once you see the error, just correct it. Similarly for delete operation also. If you are trying to delete any table from any publisher name from the parent table, okay, you cannot delete it because in case if that particular publisher name if it is referred in the book table, you will get an error. Referential integrity constraint violated. It's correct or not? Consider student database. In the office, they are maintained complete details. Okay, your name, address, the complete details, phone number, email ID. Okay, even in our department also, we have maintained student details. Example like USN and marks details, semester, everything. If the student is deleted from the office, maybe he discontinued or maybe he completed his graduation, something like that. Okay, if they have deleted that record, okay, still I am referring in department. So is it possible? If the student details is deleted from the main table, even I have to delete from the department table. The same thing is going to happen in new other database. Yeah. So what you have to do is listen carefully. Thing is, first you need to understand the schema diagram. If you want to solve the queries, you need to understand the schema diagram. So which are the primary keys and which attribute it is referred as a foreign key, all those things. Okay, so these lines, can you see these lines? The arrow mark here indicates it's a primary key. So this primary key you are using as a foreign key in this table. And when you are creating the table, you could have been observed that. Can you see here? So in the book table, you are referring. So publisher name, references. So here I am just renaming in this table. Okay, publisher name, references, publisher table with the attribute name. Okay, that means it is acting as a primary key. So sometimes you can just specify directly foreign key, publisher name, references, publisher of name. Okay, that is also fine. You can use references indicates it's a foreign key. And one thing you can see here, what is this? Yesterday sir told on delete cascade. I think in most of the table we have that on delete cascade. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of on delete cascade? So this is foreign key, okay. So publisher name, whatever you can see here, publisher name. I am just renaming here. Can you see publisher name? So instead of name, I am just renaming. So that is going to references to the table publisher with the attribute name. And also I am just specifying for this particular attribute on delete cascade. That means in case, now I told if you are trying to delete any record from this publisher table, I told if it is referred in book table, I told you will get an error because that particular publisher name is referred in the book table. You cannot delete it. So in case if you want to delete, if it is deleted in the main table or the parent table, if you want to delete in the child table also, so you have to give this condition. Okay, on delete cascade. If it is deleted from the parent table or main table, okay, wherever this particular publisher name it is referred as a foreign key, okay, it is going to be deleted from all the table wherever it is referred. So for that reason we are going to use on delete cascade. And one more thing, instead of on delete, if you want to update, so for that we have on update cascade. If I am modifying some information with respect to the publisher, okay, publisher name I may be modifying. So in that case, wherever it is referred, so on update cascade, it is you have to write on update cascade. Time being, just remember this. So what is the purpose of on delete cascade? So if you are removing publisher name or deleting publisher name from the main table, so wherever it is referred as a foreign key, so in that table also it is going to delete it. You won't get any error. If you are not using on delete cascade, so you will get an error indicating referential integrity constraint violation. Okay, listen, don't go. What you have to do? First thing, why I am creating publisher table first? In the schema, according to schema, I have to create the book table first. Yes, no? Parent, child, what exactly? Why I started with creating publisher table? Listen here. If you try to, okay, you keep this one side. If you try to create book table, what maybe the problem arises? Yes? Yes, because you are referring this particular attribute publisher name. Publisher table itself, if it is not created and if you are trying to refer, you will get an error. Okay? So in book publisher table, we don't have any foreign key. So you can just start with creating this table. Or one more method is you just remove this till here you can create the table, book table. Okay. Afterwards you can add the constraints using alter command. So using alter command add the constraint like how you added the primary key of particular attribute. Similarly you can change to foreign key also. Okay. So time being start with the publisher and create the book table. Then book authors details you need to create. And can you see here what is this? Observe the schema, that's what I told. See, doing program, it is very easy. Understanding is important. What is this? Why two underlines here? Primary key. So, but actually this is foreign key, no? Book ID. But once you are referred as a foreign key, together these two attribute, you are making it as a primary key. Okay. So, more than one attribute, you can make a combination of primary key. Yes. Come. Next, similarly create the library branch table, then book copies. So library branch indicates if there are many branches, you have to give the details of that book in different branches. Then how many book copies are available? So you have to store that. Can you see wherever you get on delete cascade, you need to understand the meaning of that. Then we have another table called card. So where you have only one attribute called card number. So that is going to act as a primary key. And one more is book lending. So that is going to keep track of which all the books are borrowed by which card number on which date. Okay, so all that information it is stored in book lending. Okay. So after that, you can just do this describe. I think yesterday sir told no describe where you have given complete word. But in Oracle, if you just use DESC and name of the table, you can view what is the structure of the table, what are the attributes you have given, what is the data type, what is the size of the, what is the size for that attribute you have given, all that detail it is going to display. You can just check it once after creation of the table. Okay, once it is table is created, all tables are created, start inserting the record. So inserting record, you cannot just do it blindly. Why? Because in the problem they have given specific conditions. They have given specific conditions. Okay, first one there is no issue. You can insert any record according to this, but you see the second record. Okay, see the record second question where they have given very specific condition. So get the particulars of borrowers who have borrowed more than 3 books. Okay, from Jan 2017 to June 2017. That means you should have some records with respect to that date. Then only you will get the output for that query. If you are not inserted record with respect to this condition, then you will get empty records. So when you are listening, you just keep in mind what question they have asked. Textbook name, textbook ID, authors, you can give any name. Okay, it does not matter. Okay, so I will explain all these things later. So now start inserting, after creating the table, start inserting the records one by one. Yes, start with the publisher. I think everybody knows now how to insert records, no doubts in that. Okay. So you can just do for all the, what is the important thing I told you need to remember? So here this underscore, it is not required actually. So you need to give the single quotes. It is a string, okay, character. What is the important thing you need to remember for inserting details in the publisher table and book table? The publisher names, okay. The publisher names, what you have given in publisher table, same thing you need to refer in the book table. If you are trying to give something else other than in the parent table, you will get an error. Okay. So if you get getting error, you just come to know what is the problem. Next, similarly do it for all the tables. Okay. And if you want to check what are the records you inserted, okay, just do select star from each of the table and you have to write the output. So select star here, it is not given, but in observation book you have to write from book all the tables they have given. Afterwards, I'll explain about the queries. So now I want everyone start creating the table and insert the records. Then we'll try to solve so queries. In that query also most of the things you have already learned. Just with respect to the library database, you have to write it. What do you mean by records? What do you mean by attributes? Yes? What do you mean by records? In a table, if I use the term records, what is the meaning of that? Which is entity here? Yes? Can somebody tell what are these we call? If this is the table, can somebody tell what it is? Entity. Okay? So what are these? Attributes. So what are attributes? How we are going to tell? Based on the entity. Which entity you are going to select? If you are taking employee, yesterday you created table of with respect to employee name, department. Okay, ma'am. We'll just put a message. Just a minute.